Hey, what's going on, everybody? So happy Thursday. So we have a very special training. I'm going to bring in a very special guest to show you how to get daily affiliate sales using Omnipresence. And this guy is like crushing it. So you guys are in for a treat. I want to welcome Brian Brewer. What's going on, brother?
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me on, Jonathan. Hey, everybody
Yeah,
who's
man.
tuning in. Thanks for joining us here today.
Excited to have you. So if you guys are on live, just tag or type in a hashtag live down below. If you guys are watching this on the replay, type in a hashtag replay. I'm just going to let Brian do his thing. We already got 10 people on here, so that's good. Let me know if you guys are watching from YouTube, Facebook, my Facebook group, where you guys are coming from. And guys, we're going to go through this training. And if you guys have questions as Brian's going through this training, you guys can go ahead and ask him. And then I'll throw the question up and Brian can go ahead and answer them. But I'm going to let Brian do his thing. This guy is just absolutely crushing it with affiliate marketing, man. And I'm excited for you to come on and teach my audience. So, yeah, man, anything else you want to add before we get started?
I mean, just, great to be here. Thank you for sharing me with your audience, and thanks to the audience to tune in. I appreciate your time here. Just kind of like a introduction, just a quick 2-second backstory here. I've been affiliate marketing since 2012. I saw my first big success in 2017 with the Shopify affiliate program. And now I'm seeing some good results with the Legendary Marketer program. And for this training, I was kind of racking my brain. So first of all, I put together a brand new training just for this presentation. So I've never given this training before. So awesome. Bear with me if I make mistakes. This is the first time I'm running through this presentation. But the reason I did that is because, I see what you're putting together here, Jonathan. The success you've seen, with TikTok, you have more TikTok followers than me. I mean, you're getting crazy traction on YouTube. You brought in Nathan Lucas, who, has 300,000-400,000 subscribers on YouTube. So your audience has seen the nuts and bolts. And if they have questions about strategy, you're the guy to go to, right? You know what you're doing. You've burst on the scene. You're crushing it on all platforms. So what I wanted to do is to kind of bring everything together. Because I think a lot of people, they see the details and they're like, well, I'm doing everything that this guy's doing, but I'm not seeing results. Well, actually that's not the case. If you're doing what successful people are doing, you're going to see results. So that's kind of what I want to try to accomplish with this training. So I'm super excited to share it with y'all.
Yeah, man, that's good. I like the way you put that because I get that a lot where people are like, I'm doing everything that you're telling me to do, but I'm not seeing the results. So I'm excited to see what you have for us, man. So I'll just let you go ahead and take it. And if I have any questions, I'll go ahead and chime in. If anyone else has questions, I'll just go and throw them up here. But yeah, man, I'm excited.
All right, sounds good. So let's go ahead and bring my screen in there we go. Perfect. Flawless. Thank you, sir. We're just gonna have a little presentation here. And I've got a couple different screens going on. So if you see me looking off to the side, that's what's going on. But basically, we want to achieve omnipresence. And what that means is that's kind of when you show up everywhere. Like take Jonathan, for example. You see him on TikTok. You see him in the Facebook group right now. You might be watching this on his Facebook page. You might even see retargeting ads on Facebook. You see him on YouTube, all that stuff. And that omnipresence is important to your success as a marketer. Because when you can show up everywhere, you stay relevant in the minds of your prospects, and that's really what it's all about. Because there's so many distractions on social media, on the internet, what have you. Take for example, Coca-Cola, right? They advertise all the time just to get you to buy a Coca-Cola or Gatorade or whatever they offer. That's kind of what we're going to do with Omnipresence. But what we're going to do is we're going to leverage social media so we can do that cost effectively, right? We don't have the budget that Coca-Cola does. And what we want to do is we want to do this by leveraging the low-hanging fruit first so we can get momentum quickly, right? So it's great to have 100 videos on YouTube. It's great to have a Facebook group with 3,000 people in it. It's great to have a TikTok with 80,000 followers and all that stuff. But we don't want to wait until we get to that point before we start seeing results. So that's why I say we want to leverage low-hanging fruit first. So really, I love this quote by Robert. I should say Robert. I told you this was a brand new presentation. Robert Cialdini. He's the author of the book Persuasion. And the quote that I love from there is, what's focal is causal. And what that means to me, basically, if you see something all the time and it's always showing up in front of you, then that becomes the most important thing. And that's what we're trying to achieve here. So if we're affiliate marketers like Jonathan or like myself, or we're, on YouTube like Nathan Lucas, who's been in the group with training, we're leaders. And what we want to do is our job is to seem the most important. So people will take our recommendation and really buy what we're recommending. And if we do that, authentically, and we do that ethically, then what we're going to recommend is something that people buy, and it ends up helping them get what they want, right? And that's the whole idea. Like, that's how you make money. You make money when people buy things. So if we can show up everywhere, if we can be omnipresent, if we can show up on YouTube and people's inbox and stuff like that, on TikTok, and they see us everywhere, we're going to be focal. So we're going to be what can cause their success, right? So I love that quote. Another quote that I absolutely love is from Russell Brunson. I think many of your audience members will know Russell Brunson through ClickFunnels, but he said something about ClickFunnels that just resonated with me. He said, it's not if they're going to buy, it's when they are going to buy. And I love that quote. And it's how I do my marketing, right? So perfect example. I'm 100% affiliate model right now. I don't have courses or coaching for sale. I just, giving free value and doing the affiliate marketing model. But before I switched back to the 100% affiliate model, I ran a couple of group coaching sessions, and I obviously offered this to my email list and followers and such. And there were people who came into that group coaching program, and, they each paid $350 to be there. And a lot of them said, hey man, I've been following you for 2 years and I've never bought anything, or I've been following you for, 6 months and I finally got off the fence and bought something. And that's really how you have to look at this whole game. Is you have to think long-term and think, people aren't going to buy from you necessarily on day one. Some people will, but you got to remember, like, some people are going to buy from you 2 years from now. And if you continue to build the audience, you continue to grow, you continue to be omnipresent in their minds through some of the strategies that I'm going to show you, then guess what? Eventually, you're going to have a whole crap ton of people who are ready to buy from you at some point. And that's when you hit the snowball effect. And that's when this, goes from becoming a side hustle to, a multi-six, and even 7 figure business. So really cool. Love that quote. As Jonathan said, if there's any questions, just let me know. I'm happy to address them as we're going through the presentation here, and we can also save them for the end. But Jonathan, if I get a little carried away with my presentation and you see one pop up on the screen that I missed, feel free to jump in and interrupt me.
Sounds good, brother.
All right, cool. So I'm going to see if I can hide this right here and hopefully don't ruin the whole presentation. Cool. All right, so always want to start with the money, right? That's what gets people's attention. So when we're talking about money here, we get money when people buy something. So whether we're promoting our own products or whether we're promoting affiliate products, it doesn't really matter. We have a product, and when people buy that product, that's how we're going to earn money. Now, the way we do that is we basically create a funnel, so to speak, and this is my crude rendition of a funnel here that brings people down to the point where they're going to buy the product and we're going to earn the money, right? And, it starts up here in social media and it gets people closer and closer and closer until they ultimately buy whatever it is that we're selling. So this is kind of what it looks like. There's all these social media opportunities, and this graphic's obviously old because it still has Google Plus in there, and I don't think that exists anymore. But the bottom line is, this is just some social media graphic that I ripped off the internet. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our message, and we're going to try to funnel people from the internet to our offer, right? And that is really what the internet opportunity is. The internet is a big place with lots and lots of potential. So I think that can be kind of daunting. But really, all the internet is it's our ability to communicate at scale with the world. So, for example, it used to be you have to go and spend millions of dollars on ads from ABC or NBC or the New York Times or whoever had the media. You had to spend a whole bunch of money. So that was a barrier to entry. Now we can just reach the internet. We can reach the 2 billion people just with the phone in our pocket. So that's really the opportunity. What we have to focus on is the product and really sharing our message with the world. And when we're sharing our message, it really comes down to a combination of your story and your offer, right? So like, for instance, I don't follow Jonathan every day, but I've seen him around. I know who he is. I know his story. I know he used to be a electrical engineer or something. I know he used to make $80,000 a year. I know he's got a kid, and I think he's got another kid on the way. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, man. Number 2.
Oh, congratulations, man. I have 2, and it's awesome.
We're excited.
You don't know if you're having a boy or girl yet, do you?
No.
Too early still?
Yeah, we looked at the what's it called? The ultrasound, and it looks like it's a boy. We'll see.
Okay. All right. Well, either way, it'll be awesome. So congratulations on that. Really cool. But anyways, that's part of Jonathan's story, right? And, his offer could be anything. It could be, a program he created. It could be an affiliate product that he's promoting or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But he has very seamlessly interweaved his story into his messaging. And the thing is when we're talking about becoming omnipresent, we're talking about showing up everywhere. We want to keep that story and we want to keep that offer really consistent. So what I mean by that is we can promote as many things as we want as affiliates. We can promote as many products as we want as marketers. But there's really 2 different places that we want to talk about these particular offers. So when we're speaking to the internet or to the world out there, we really only want to promote one thing, and we want our story and our offer to remain consistent. But back here, outside of this, social media funnel or what have you, you're going to have other opportunities to sell other things. After someone joins our email list, we can promote other relevant products. If people buy our products that we're selling and they become members in our members area or whatever of the product we're offering, we can sell other products. You can definitely sell other products to your audience, but out front, when we're talking about our YouTube, our content, and even our ads. If we're running ads to cold traffic, all that really has to be consistent, because the thing is a confused buyer doesn't buy. So if on day 1 we're telling them to buy this thing, and day 2 we're telling them to buy this thing, and then on week 3 we're telling them to buy this thing, they're going to be like, well, which is the one thing that can help me get what I want? I don't know. And so they're just going to move on. They're not going to buy. But if you just say time and time again, you show up, you're omnipresent, you show up again and again and again, and you're always talking about buying the same thing. For instance, right now I'm promoting Legendary Marketer, and people hear me talk about buying Legendary Marketer every single day. Eventually, they're just going to be like, well, gosh, I may as well just check this out. So that's kind of the key there. And then you'll put it all together, right? And then you can build out a system that, sells on the front end, brings people into your brand, brings people into your email list, and you can promote other products on the back end. So how does this all work, right? How does this all look? So we want to get money. We want people to buy our product. That's the end goal. And the way we do that generally is with email. So for example, let's just stick with affiliate marketing for a minute. If we're going to be an affiliate marketer, if we go out on TikTok and create a bunch of videos or whatever, and we just basically send people directly to the affiliate offer that we're promoting, yeah, 1 in a couple hundred people might buy, but that's not really the efficient way to do that. The general model that works is we bring people onto our email list. That way we can follow up with them. We can build the value of the list. And generally we sell either from email or through presentations that we send people to with email. Does that kind of make sense? Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. So what we want to do is we want to get people onto our email list. Like that's kind of the first goal. Many people hopefully are familiar with, bridge page style, where we bring people into our email list. We'll have a little video that introduces the affiliate offer, and then they'll go over and watch the video sales letter of the affiliate offer. So the kings of traffic, or the king and queen of targeted traffic, are YouTube and Facebook groups. And you can't really dispute that. Just look at people who are successful and look what they're doing. For instance, Jonathan, he's quit his job. He's a full-time affiliate marketer. Where's he focusing his efforts? Yeah, I mean, he does TikTok, but he's got the YouTube channel and he's got the Facebook group. And I think you have multiple Facebook groups. So if you look at somebody like Jonathan and he's focusing all that attention on YouTube and Facebook, well, then that's probably a good clue as to something you should be doing. And the reason is because this is where the snowball effect is going to kick in. This is where you're going to get exponential growth, because if you get a YouTube channel going and then all of a sudden, YouTube starts, the algorithm falls in your favor or whatever, and YouTube starts recommending your content and people are searching for whatever it is that you're selling, and they're finding your YouTube videos, well, then it's when you're going to see massive success. And the same thing can happen with the Facebook group. If Facebook sees your group is active and people are engaging, then Facebook's going to do your marketing for you and find more like-minded people to actually join your Facebook group, because that's what Facebook wants. They want people to be engaged on Facebook. So those are going to be two main hubs, and when we can obviously send people to our email list from there. And the other reason this is so important is this is how you build rapport, right? This is how you build trust. This is how you get people to know you, like you, and trust you. By Jonathan bringing on, Nathan Lucas and me and other people to do training, he's helping educate you, right? He's helping you get closer to your goal, but he's also building trust. He's building rapport. And this is really that community aspect of it with the YouTube and the Facebook group and the email. That's how you get people to know you, like you, and trust you. And that's kind of the key, right? Like, that's the key to everything. You got to sell yourself first before you sell anything else. So you really have to focus on nurturing the relationships on these platforms. I already mentioned, I kind of got ahead of myself when I talked about these are the places where you're going to get exponential growth with targeted traffic, because if you have a YouTube channel that's ranking, and your people are finding your videos organically, and you have your system set up where your videos filter targeted traffic to your email list, which then promotes your offer with automated email sequences. I mean, that's as passive as it can possibly get. You could literally fall off the face of the earth and you would still make money. Now, eventually these systems will die out if you don't continue to nurture them, but that's as passive as you can possibly get. So that's kind of the ultimate goal, I think, for all us marketers out there. Like, yeah, we want to continue to grow our business, but that passive income, I mean, is glorious when you can get that going. But now we want to introduce the low-hanging fruit of TikTok, right? TikTok's the big opportunity right now. You won't see anything like TikTok for a long time. We haven't seen anything like TikTok, I don't think, since like Instagram 2014, 2015. I mean, this is incredible right now. I was listening to a story, a gentleman in my Facebook group, he just started with TikTok about 2 weeks ago, and he was kind of, half in it or dabbling with it. And he got up to about 50 followers or whatever. And then he went all in on it for a week, and he got up to 2,000 followers in a week. Right. So that's incredible. I mean, to just go out there and create 30-second videos on TikTok and get that kind of following, that organic reach, it's not going to last forever. And it's just a huge opportunity. So you absolutely have to be taking advantage of that right now. And what we really want to do is we want to leverage that low-hanging fruit on TikTok to establish us for the long term. So what I mean by that is if we build up just a TikTok following and we have 100,000 followers on TikTok and we're doing great and everything's happy and we have a six-figure business because of it, but then all of a sudden the TikTok algorithm changes and now our videos aren't getting shown to our followers, well, then we just lost our six-figure business. So that's a little bit risky. So what we want to do is we want to use TikTok to do things like seed our YouTube channel, right? YouTube is a more established platform. So if we can bring people from TikTok over to our YouTube, not only are they going to get to know us, like us, and trust us because we're going to build rapport on there, but that could also help our YouTube grow. And all of those things are good things. But instead of taking 6 months to start ranking on YouTube, now we're forcing the issue by leveraging the low-hanging fruit on TikTok. We can do the same thing with our Facebook groups, right? Getting your first 700 followers or 700 group members in Facebook's the toughest because Facebook won't promote your group. But if you can seed it with TikTok and you can get people to engage in your Facebook group, I mean, I went from 700, I think it was about 600 or 700 when I started using TikTok to promote with my Facebook group. I just did a blast on TikTok for like a week straight where I linked my Facebook group straight from my TikTok and the clickable link. And I just promoted that for a week. And I went to like 2,600 members of the Facebook group. Oh, I mean, seemingly overnight, like in 7 to 10 days. Then I switched that link back to whatever I want. But now my Facebook group is seeded. Now I'm getting 100 new members a day, or excuse me, a week organically. Some of that's from my email list and some of that's from, Facebook organic. But that's how you leverage the low-hanging fruit of TikTok to seed those more stable platforms that are going to help you grow. Now, the other way we can use TikTok is we can send people directly from TikTok to our email list. We can do it. It's not going to convert to a commission as well as is something coming from YouTube to our email list, right? Because there's not enough time to build rapport on TikTok. But what we can do is we can send people from TikTok to our email list. We can generate a ton of leads as long as we just remember that in our email, we don't want to hard sell everything. What we also want to do is obviously we want to make offers so we make money, but we also want to promote our YouTube channel and our Facebook group with our email list. So we can get the low-hanging fruit. Let's say we can generate 100 leads from TikTok. And then over the next week and a half, maybe 50 of those people are going to go watch our YouTube channel and 50 of those people are going to go Facebook group. Maybe 2 of those people are going to buy. But then eventually they're going to watch our YouTube video or hang out in our Facebook group. They're going to come back to our offer and then they're going to buy at that point as well. Either way, all of these things we can use to promote our offer, not as a hard sell, but we can always mention our offers on these platforms as well. So now we're starting to get this system here that's driving all this organic traffic, and I think you can all see how it's kind of starting to grow, and it's kind of start to grow exponentially, because each platform is feeding the other platform, which is all helping you grow your email list, which is helping you promote your offer. And then what you can do is anyone who opts into your email list, right? Anybody who hits your website from one of these platforms, you can pixel them, and now you have a warm audience on Facebook that you can also advertise to and promote your offer, right? So the point we're getting at here is when you do all these things, you're seeing them on TikTok, they're seeing you on YouTube, they're seeing you on Facebook, they're seeing you in the email inbox, they're seeing you on Facebook retargeting ads. This is when you achieve the omnipresence. This is when people can no longer ignore you. This is when people say, okay, I have to buy whatever it is they're offering because I'm seeing them everywhere. When you cannot be ignored, people will buy from you. Is everybody going to buy from you? No, but a lot of people will. And they're not going to buy from you on the first time they see you. They probably won't buy on the second time they see you. They might buy on the third time or the fourth time or the fifth time, but eventually, after they see you everywhere, that's when they're going to buy. So that's the difference between creating content and creating omnipresence. And I think, as we mentioned in the beginning of the call here, people are creating YouTube videos and they might be ranking and they might be following their, looking for SEO tactics and get in front of the right targeted traffic, which is key. And they might be mentioning their email list and they might be, have an automated sequence that promotes an offer that's relevant and all that stuff. And they think they're doing everything. But if people aren't seeing you on these other platforms, then they may as well just not exist. Right? Like you have to kind of force the issue. Mm-hmm. And once again, the way we do that is by promoting those things in our email, by directing traffic to one another. What I might do is I might create a training on YouTube and then I might mention it in my Facebook group. I might send an email about it. I might mention it on TikTok and I might even run a retargeting ad to it. And all that is a training or a webinar that invites people to the offer. You know what I mean? Just over and over and over again. And remember, it's not if people buy, it's when they buy. And the point is once we get this system all dialed in, that's when we can start implementing Facebook ads to cold traffic, right? And that becomes a 6th touch point. Now, if we can get to this point, then it's game over because we can scale. I mean, not infinitely, but we can reach, as many people as we want. And instead of trying to run Facebook ads directly to an email list, directly to an offer and try to make that profitable, we don't have to worry about that as much because what we're going to do is we're going to run cold traffic to our email list, which is also not only going to promote an offer, but help grow our YouTube channel, help grow our Facebook group, which is all going to help bring more people in. And once again, it's not if they buy, it's when they buy. And so every ad we get, or excuse me, every lead we get from cold ads, they might eventually buy. And even if they don't, they're going to help our YouTube channel grow faster. They're going to help our Facebook group faster, because people bring more people. And that's the ultimate goal right there. And it can be done with one offer. I'm not saying you can't use other platforms like Instagram. However, to me, these are the two most powerful platforms, as we mentioned, for creating that bond, right? Build rapport and getting that exponential growth. So we may as well focus on that. And then TikTok is without a doubt the lowest hanging fruit opportunity of the moment right now. So let's implement that, right? And then, as long as we remember, this is kind of the last point before we'll kind of close this down, recap, and obviously open it up to any questions, is everything up here above the funnel is all one story and one message. Everything in our Facebook advertising is promoting one product. Everything on TikTok is promoting one product. Everything on YouTube and Facebook in our onboarding sequences is promoting one product. Then if we want to promote other products as well, like an affiliate launch, or we want to create our own course and start promoting that, that's fine as well. But if that's going to be in addition to our one affiliate offer, we can actually send retargeting ads to people who already know us and promote an affiliate launch, or we can do that in subsequent emails after people go through our onboarding sequence that sells the initial offer. So does that make sense? Is that helpful? That's
huge, man. Let's go back real quick to that last one, because I think what a lot of people, they want to get into this affiliate marketing game, and the thing is, they're like, oh, let me just run a bunch of ads and hopefully we'll get a bunch of sales. I think that could work, but the way you're teaching is like, this is the sixth step, because we have a system of people that know, like, and trust us, right? We're building that YouTube, we're building that Facebook group, because most people don't buy in the beginning, maybe 1% to 2%. So you have this system of, YouTube, a Facebook group, of your email list, and they're seeing you everywhere. And that's exactly what people need to understand is, like, yes, you can grow and you can scale with ads, but you also have to have that free content strategy as well. So yeah, that's brilliant, man. I mean, and
they just complement one another, and it helps make, it's like, if you just ran Facebook ads just to grow your YouTube channel, you wouldn't make money. Mm-hmm. But if you can grow your YouTube channel as a result of running Facebook ads, because you also have this offer that is converting, well, then it's a game changer. Then you have a huge competitive advantage over everybody else who's only doing content. Now, that's not to say you can't get to $200,000 a year just with content. Of course you can. Mm-hmm. But this is the ultimate long-term goal of any marketer who wants to build a 7-figure business. Yeah. And if you don't have this competitive advantage of being able to grow your YouTube, which will then bring in more, for every lead that I send over to YouTube from paid ads, that might bring in 2 leads organically over the long term that are going to, buy and help make my ads more profitable. Because if you're not running, it's not as simple as putting $1 in and getting $2 out every single day. Over the long term, that's certainly doable, and even more. But that you need to have, you need the game is changing. It's getting more competitive every day. This is the way to go, and that's why it's important to be your authentic self, like you are. I mean, we know who Jonathan is. We know who Jonathan is, and we're going to see the same Jonathan on TikTok as we're going to see on YouTube. We're going to see the same Jonathan on Facebook and in the email. Now, your messaging might be a little bit different, to fit the platform, right? Like, you're not going to create the same video for YouTube that you're going to create for TikTok, but you're the same Jonathan. And when all that happens, and when that all comes together, then it's the consistency of all that messaging and the congruency that's really going to help increase your sales and your conversions. And I bring that up because a lot of times when you're first getting started, what you can do is you can kind of piece together different things, right? Like, you're going to see somebody who has this bridge page script, but then you're going to see somebody who has this ad script. And then if you piece a bunch of different things together, then it's not congruent, and it's not going to work as well. So yeah, obviously use copywriting, obviously use all those tactics and techniques that you learn over the years, but keep it true to your authentic self and your voice. So really, in summary, the most important points of this presentation: a confused buyer doesn't buy. It's really powerful to promote one offer. You can promote other offers on the back end, but up front, you really just have to stay consistent so people know exactly what to expect from you. Focus on converting more of an existing audience instead of attracting new people every day, right? That's what we talk about with hitting people on 6 different touch points, or even if we're just doing organic traffic that with $5 a day retargeting ads, we can hit them on 5 different points, right? That's showing up everywhere. That's getting the same message or a different version of the same message in front of people over and over and over again. And if I have 100 people, it's a lot easier to get, double my conversion rate. Like say 2 people converted. If I focus on creating more content and showing up everywhere, it's easier to get 4 people to convert than get another 100 people into the system. With all of our content, we want to attract the ideal customer, forget about everyone else. Like we want people who are likely to buy from us. Focus on optimizing the system. And when I say the system, really, I mean this. Optimize the system, split test your bridge pages, figure out what content works on what platform, test your email follow-up sequences, optimize that system. You can easily, I don't like to say easy, but it's very possible over time to hit 10 to 30K per month organically, with affiliate products or your own offers. And then you can scale with ads only after the system's optimized. And always remember to play the long game. Remember, it's not if they're going to buy from you or buy something from you, it's when. And that might be 2 years from now. But that's kind of the idea there. So hopefully that was cool. Like I said, hopefully that was helpful as a first time running through that presentation, but that's kind of really just explains my strategy and my mindset when it comes to marketing.
That's brilliant, man. I mean, I have a similar strategy. I haven't put in the ads as much, for my stuff, but I do I use TikTok to blow up my other accounts, right? My YouTube channel, my email list, my Facebook group. And you hit that right on the money, because I think a lot of people are seeing all this success with TikTok. And yes, it's amazing right now. We're loving TikTok. But like you said, this is like 2013, 2014 Instagram, where it's not going to be like that forever. You got to play the long game. And that's YouTube, your email list, even Facebook group. Those are the long-term platforms that you need to be on. So that's perfect, man. I do have a question from Jorge. He said, hey guys, question for people like me that are parents, 2 daughters of 6 and 8-year-old. I have a normal job and have a side hustle with affiliate marketing. What advice can you give? Mostly focusing time management, spending time with family. So yeah, I know Jorge. He's in my Freedom Breakthrough program, and I think the question here is like, how do we be omnipresent in all these platforms when we have a full-time job? And how would you?
Right. Brian? Yeah. So we can drop this screen share out of there if you want, and bring us back to full screen. Cool. So that's a great question. And it's a question that comes up from a lot of folks. So it's really interesting that I kind of addressed this just today with some people that I know as well. So that is a big concern, right? You're working 40 hours a week. Maybe you're working 50 hours a week. Maybe you're working 60 hours a week. Yet you have to create all this content, and you want to show up omnipresent so you can see success. So the first thing is nothing has to be perfect, right? Like the days of overproduced YouTube content, like if that's your thing, then that's great. That's fine, but you don't need it. So I shot a video about 30 minutes before we went live, and I was like, well, I got 30 minutes. What am I going to do? I just pulled on my phone. I shot a video. I did a quick thumbnail, nothing, just super simple, and just uploaded it to YouTube. Done, right? So you can create content in 30 minutes. The problem is if you don't know what to create, like a lot of beginners run into that issue, like I don't know what to create. Well, if you don't know what to create, then you're not learning enough, right? Go out and buy a program or start researching or watch other YouTube videos. And the more you learn, the more content ideas you get. So that can be helpful. And then for me, what I did when I first started, and I wanted to break out of that grind, right? I was working 50, 60 hours a week in my restaurant job. Yeah. I was waiting tables. We were living in San Diego, so cost of living was high. We had a newborn baby. Our first daughter was 4 months old. So we were busy. We were tired. We were, and I was like, I got to start something. Like I got to do affiliate marketing. So first and foremost, doing the affiliate marketing was huge because I could focus on one aspect of business, which was marketing, and I could let my affiliate partner handle everything else, the fulfillment, products, services, and whatever. So what I did is I blocked a set of time. And what I mean by that is when I worked in the restaurant, I worked basically from like 3 p.m. to like midnight or 1. So that was when I was at work. I worked 6 days a week. I would come home, I would go to bed, and I'd wake up and hang out with my daughter and my wife, and we'd do family stuff or go to the zoo or whatever. But my daughter would most of the time nap from noon to 2. And since my wife was, busy and we didn't really have any family in the area, she was working hard too, taking care of the kids. So she would nap from noon to 2 as well. So my time was noon to 1. And that was my time to work on my affiliate marketing business. And the key is I did that. I did no more, but I did no less. And noon to 1 basically is what I did. Noon to 1, and then I would eat lunch, and then I'd get ready, and then I would see my family for another hour, and then I'd go to work. So noon to 1, that was my time. And I did that 6 days a week. And it was just, I would show up during that time regardless. And what that does is that helps build a consistency muscle, because that's the hardest thing for people is we're like, oh, I'll just work on my side hustle when I have time. And then all of a sudden you don't make time. And, soccer practice with the 8-year-old comes into play. And it's just like, all of a sudden it gets pushed to the back burner. So set up an hour of time every single day, 5, 6, maybe even 7 days a week. At least 6 days a week would be ideal, where that's your side hustle time. And then just practice on showing up during that time. And once again, it's going to build a consistency muscle, but it's also going to help you make progress while avoiding burnout. That's key, because it's a long game.
Yeah, that's good, man. I mean, same here. Like, when I was at my full-time job, I was still, posting on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook group. But I would go by, I would wake up. For me, I would wake up early. I'd wake up, from 3:30 to about 7. That was my side hustle time, right? Like, kids were asleep, wife was asleep, and just focused on creating content. And just basically by everything you mentioned today, first thing for me was I had to create a YouTube video. Then, if I had time, create a Facebook post and then TikTok. So that was my strategy, right? Like for me, it was like YouTube all the way to TikTok. But I mean, I think it's definitely possible to, be on all the platforms. Now, I always say, you want to focus on your main one. For me, it's YouTube. It'll always be YouTube. That's the long-term game. I know that'll always be there for me, search engine traffic. But I think the main thing people need to understand is your side hustle time is your side hustle time, and you need to focus on that. I think a lot of people, they'll be on Facebook, they'll be just kind of scrolling and kind of wasting time, right? They're working, but they're not really working. So I think that's a big problem, with a lot of newbies, right? They're kind of looking, they're watching videos, they're scrolling through posts, and they're not actually working, right? The income producing activities. And for me, it's always been creating more content. The more content I create, the more money I make. At the end of the day.
And I noticed that too so in like 2018 and stuff, I started creating more programs and stuff, and my content would kind of lack. Yeah. And guess what? The content is the income producing activity. It's the revenue generating activity, just like you said. So yeah, I mean, if it's always going to be harder the first time you do it, but as you get practice, I mean, if you had an hour a day, you could create a Facebook post, a YouTube video, and a TikTok video in an hour a day.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think one thing that we're pretty similar on is I don't edit my videos. I just go straight in, and I think people like that raw, that raw type of video, right? I'm transparent. They know what I'm talking about, and I didn't have time to be editing, before work. So I had to get one video, out every single day. That was my goal when I was trying to leave my job. And if I messed up, I messed up. So yeah, man, I like the way you said that. You don't have to be perfect with the content. People will just they'll follow you because of your story. Now, I have a question for you. What do you tell people that they're just starting out and they're like, I don't have any results. How could I teach somebody about how to make money online when I have no results? What do you say to that?
Yeah, that's a great question, and it's a common one as well. So for instance, it depends on what you're promoting. But for example, I promote Legendary Marketer. You've promoted Legendary Marketer. Legendary Marketer is marketing education and coaching. I go into 100 different reasons why it's great for beginners. You should learn the product you're promoting anyways. So what better thing to learn than how to market? So it's great. However, a lot of people who see success, like you can definitely leverage those results, right? You can leverage the results to see more success. But if you don't have results, what do you do? And what you have to remember is your story is more important, right? That's what people are going to resonate with. That's what's going to draw people in. The cool thing about the algorithms is that their goals are to find people who find videos that they like and enjoy. So the right people are going to find you if you stay authentic and consistent, because that's what YouTube wants. That's what TikTok wants. Then, so say we're promoting something like Legendary Marketer, they're the expert, right? If someone's promoting your course or whatever, you're the expert. People who are promoting those products, they just have to get their audience to the point where they're ready to be turned over to the expert, right? Like you as the creator or the affiliate marketer, you don't have to know everything. You don't have to teach them everything they need to know. That's what Legendary Marketer is for. That's what the affiliate product is for. So you just really have to get people to the point where they can believe that they can actually do that. So that's really what, if you're a beginner, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get people to first believe you by building trust, and that you can do that with authenticity and value, of course. But really what we're trying to do here as marketers, as leaders, is we're trying to get people to believe in themselves. And once they do that, that's when they're going to buy. People buy when they believe in themselves. So once they do that, then you just got to make sure you point them to the right offer. So yeah, you don't have to be the foremost expert in anything. You just have to get people ready to take action.
That's good stuff, man. All right, let me see if there's any other questions here. So I just said, thanks for the answer. Understood. Consistency every day. Focusing on creating content, mostly YouTube. Yeah, YouTube for sure. I mean, I think for me, that's going to be the one I focus on every day.
I mean, it's no secret. I mean, YouTube's the reason that I saw my first initial success. It's the reason you saw your first initial success. Nathan Lucas, who was on here training, I think, in your group. I mean, he saw success. It just works. But if you can find the low hanging fruit of TikTok to kind of help it along, that's really cool as well.
Well, I see TikTok as a way to just, add gasoline to the fire, right? Like
100%. Yeah. If you don't have a good YouTube channel, first and foremost, that TikTok's really not going to stick.
Yeah.
But yeah, add gasoline to the fire is a perfect way to look at it.
Yeah, no, I mean, the way I kind of look at TikTok is like I give them snippets. Like kind of my strategy is like I use TikTok. I'll give them like a minute of like what they could see, or a minute of a video, because you can only do so much. And then I'm like, hey, if you want to see the full video, go to my YouTube, and that's where I have my 20-minute training. I can give all the value I want, and then at the end of the YouTube video, it's like, oh, here's the call to action. Go to, go buy this product or whatever, right? At the end of the day, my main goal is to build my email list. But the way I do it is I go from TikTok to YouTube to my email, because that's the way we can actually, build that know, like, and trust factor. It's a little longer, right? People have to go from TikTok to YouTube to then your email. But the person that goes all the way, they're way more likely to buy at the end of the day.
Yeah, each one of those steps is kind of like a micro commitment. And the more micro commitments people make before they go for the major commitment, which is buying, the more likely they are going to be to buy.
Exactly. All right. I have a question from YouTube. So what's better to promote, a weight loss product, Google ads, or Facebook ads? You're not in the weight loss niche, are you?
So here's what I do. If I'm choosing a product, that's the first thing. Like, the offer is everything. The offer is everything in you creating your own products in affiliate marketing. So if you want to be in the weight loss niche, maybe that's your passion, right? Or maybe you lost 50 pounds, right? So you want to help other people lose 50 pounds. Like, if you want to promote a weight loss product, you want to be in the weight loss niche, then look in the weight loss niche, see what other people are doing. And then just first, when you see a bunch of people promoting the same product, promote that product, and then see what they're doing. If they're running Facebook ads, run Facebook ads. If they're running YouTube ads, run YouTube ads. If they're creating content, they're creating content. But don't look at the weight loss niche as the opportunity unless you're willing to commit to the weight loss niche long term. And does your story line up with that? Because your story is your competitive advantage.
Yeah, no, definitely. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you're promoting. It's your story that counts. Because I was in the weight loss niche before I got into affiliate marketing. I actually was in affiliate marketing. I had my own product, and same thing. It was always me and my wife that we would just talk about our story and how we were able to get this result. And we were just really consistent with the story, right? At the end of the day, your story is going to be the most powerful thing, right? As you said, my story. Everyone that has seen my videos, my TikTok, it's consistent, right? Through my emails, through my TikToks, YouTube, everything is consistent. So the more you can stay consistent, whatever product, whatever niche you're in, you're going to build that know, like, and trust factor. So that's good. Cool. Let me see. I don't Do you guys have any other questions? If you guys have any other questions, drop them down below. I see. Let me see here because I'm trying to look at. Hold on, real quick. Okay, so I have a question here. It's not showing up in the StreamYard, so I'll just read it out to you. So this is from Katie Young. It says, "I'm a completely new affiliate marketer, and yesterday I bought the business blueprint. I already have a personal TikTok account with 2,000 plus followers. I was wondering if I should completely start over and make a new account, or can I use my current account and delete all my videos?" Okay, so he said he had a personal account of 2,000 plus followers.
Yeah, I mean, so it's kind of a weird thing with TikTok. I don't think it really matters because the organic reach is pretty powerful. So I think the main thing is it doesn't really matter if you start from scratch or if you kind of go with what you already have. But I think the consistency going forward, is going to be the key. From now on, it's all marketing. It's all legendary marketer. It's all affiliate marketing, whatever. And I don't know if you agree or disagree, but
well, I mean, if it's just his personal account, I mean, I would just say keep it. I mean, you already have the followers, and just kind of restructure it into your story and what you're trying to promote. But I like what you said is you pick one product that you're promoting, and your whole system is based around that product. Now, once they get to your email list, then you can go ahead and promote other products. But the main way you're trying to get them to your email list is that one product, where I think a lot of people will try to promote like 10, 20 different products, which I think is okay, but you got to wait until they're on that email list where you can then promote other things if you want. So now I like the way you put that as well. Cool, man. I don't think there's any other questions. So I really appreciate you coming on, brother. That was,
yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Cool. Yeah, man. And I appreciate everyone who watched. I know we have people from, we're talking about Omnipresence. I'm actually
we're everywhere, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we're on 8 different platforms, 3 different groups, a YouTube channel, a couple different pages. So talk about Omnipresence, right? So that's the cool thing about StreamYard. You can go, 8 different platforms at the same time.
Yeah, so I started using it recently. It's been a total game changer. I mean, it's just a great piece of software that works as advertised. So if you're doing content and you want to go live, I mean, StreamYard is the way to go.
Yeah, no, I'm really liking it. I'm hoping one day they'll add like Instagram or even TikTok. I know it's what's it called? It's vertical.
It's gonna be vertical, right?
Yeah, so we'll see. But all right, Brian, appreciate you, man. And
hey, my pleasure. Thanks for everybody who's watching. If you're watching on Facebook and you have any questions about anything I covered, just tag me and I'll happily answer those. And thank you very much for tuning in.
All right, see you guys, and we'll see you guys soon.